The rap scene is often filled with controversy, particularly when it comes to determining the greatest artists of all time. Recently, comedian Aries Spears stirred up debate by claiming that Kendrick Lamar doesn't even make his top 20 rappers list. This bold assertion, which places artists like Canibus, Dave East, Jadakiss, and the late Big L above Kendrick, has shocked and angered many in the hip-hop community. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip-hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. Whenever someone shares a controversial opinion about hip-hop, it's expected to raise some eyebrows. However, Spears' statement struck a particularly sensitive chord. He isn't merely expressing a differing viewpoint, he's clearly delineating what he considers real hip-hop versus Kendrick's contributions. His remarks come at a time when Kendrick has just achieved significant cultural and lyrical success over Drake, a rivalry that has captivated the industry. Additionally, Kendrick is a Pulitzer Prize-winning artist, a unique distinction in rap, with a legacy that is already legendary. So, how can someone with such accomplishments be excluded from not just the top 10, but even the top 20? Let's analyze this further. Aries Spears has built his career on sharp humor and candid opinions, often addressing issues of race, culture, and entertainment. However, he isn't recognized as a hip-hop expert. Rather, he is a fan whose views are influenced by the golden age of lyrical street rap. His list reveals a clear preference for rappers known for their punchlines and aggressive New York style. Canibus, a master of complex metaphors, Dave East, a respected street lyricist, Jadakiss, a veteran known for his lyrical prowess, and Big L, whose untimely death left a significant void in the genre. But does his dismissal of Kendrick hold up under examination? First and foremost, Kendrick Lamar's influence on hip-hop is indisputable. His body of work is nearly flawless in the realm of modern rap. From Section .80 to Good Kid, Mad City, to Pimp a Butterfly to Damn, and most recently Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Kendrick has consistently expanded the possibilities of rap music. His storytelling is cinematic, his lyrics rich with multiple meanings, and his social and political commentary is profound. He raps not just for commercial success, but for the people, for history, and for healing. In 2018, Kendrick Lamar made history by becoming the first musician outside of classical and jazz genres to win the Pulitzer Prize for music. This accolade is not merely an industry award. It represents a prestigious recognition reserved for the finest in the arts. The Pulitzer judges praised his album Damn as a virtuosic song collection unified by its vernacular authenticity and rhythmic dynamism, highlighting Kendrick's ability to merge street-level realities with high-level artistry. This achievement alone merits his inclusion in any serious discussion of the top 10, if not the top 20. Then there's the rivalry with Drake. Regardless of whether you support OVO or PG Lang, it's evident that Kendrick emerged victorious. His diss tracks were not just personal jabs, they were calculated, symbolic, and impactful. Songs like Euphoria, 616 in a, and Not Like Us struck with precision. He didn't just win the feud, he transformed the power dynamics within hip-hop in the process. The respect he garnered during this time elevated him to a status few rappers attain, earning admiration even from legends like Nas, Jay-Z, and Eminem. So, how can Aries Spears overlook all of this? That's the pressing question. Some suggest the answer is straightforward: jealousy. Spears might have feelings about the current state of rap, perhaps longing for a time when hip-hop was more raw and underground. He may view Kendrick as a representation of a new generation that he doesn't connect with. However, it's important to note that Kendrick is deeply rooted in the old school. He frequently pays tribute to Tupac in his work and has collaborated with Dr. Dre, a pivotal figure in modern West Coast rap. His style is influenced by artists like Outkast, Eminem, Nas, and even Andre 3000. He's not an outsider, he serves as a bridge between eras. Alternatively, it might not be jealousy at all. Perhaps Aries is simply out of touch. As a comedian more recognized for his humor than his understanding of hip-hop, Spears may not fully grasp the complexities of Kendrick's artistry. He might not have taken the time to appreciate the musical innovation into Pimp a Butterfly or he could find Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers too introspective for his liking. Nonetheless, completely excluding Kendrick from a top 20 list indicates something more profound than mere preference. It reflects a reluctance to recognize the evolution of artistry. Let's examine the artists mentioned by Spears. Canibus, undoubtedly a lyrical mastermind. His battle rhymes are iconic and his technical skills are exceptional. However, his career never achieved the same commercial or critical success. He hasn't produced a cohesive, impactful album that resonates across generations like Kendrick has. Dave East, an authentic talent with street credibility and skill, but he lacks the cultural influence, impact, and accolades that Kendrick has amassed. He hasn't won major awards, released genre-defining albums, or received a Pulitzer. Jadakiss, a true legend without a doubt. He's respected throughout New York and beyond. However, even Jadakiss himself has admitted in interviews that he hasn't released that one classic album that could define his career, while Kendrick has 3 or 4. Big L, undeniably gifted, and his loss is a tragedy for hip-hop. Yet his career was tragically cut short. While we can speculate on what he might have achieved, we can't rank him above someone who has delivered a complete body of work, especially someone like Kendrick who has transformed the genre. So, where does this leave Aries Spears? Many fans have labeled him as bitter. Others suggest he's seeking attention by using Kendrick's name to create controversy and maintain relevance. That could be part of it. Regardless of whether he's being sincere or performative, the outcome is the same. He has sparked a discussion that highlights the divisions among hip-hop enthusiasts regarding what defines greatness. The criteria for being in the top 10 or top 20 varies significantly depending on who you ask. Some prioritize lyrical ability above all else, while others focus on influence, sales, consistency, originality, or innovation. Kendrick Lamar meets nearly all of these criteria. He has the lyrics, the sales, the influence, the artistry, and the legacy. He is respected by both the streets and academics. How many rappers can claim that? Even if Spears feels Kendrick's music isn't his personal favorite, that's perfectly acceptable. Everyone has their own tastes. However, completely omitting Kendrick from a top 20 list goes beyond personal opinion. It undermines the culture. It signifies a refusal to acknowledge growth and an unwillingness to recognize the evolution of the genre. Hip-hop is not stagnant. It is dynamic and evolving. Kendrick Lamar plays a significant role in that evolution. We shouldn't overlook the generational differences here. Spears comes from an older perspective, having been influenced by hip-hop legends from the 90s, a time when lyrical content was paramount and production was secondary. However, the landscape has shifted. Today's top artists must excel in writing, performing, curating, connecting, and innovating. Kendrick Lamar embodies all of this and more. He's not just part of the discussion, he's at its forefront. If you ask anyone under 30 to name their favorite rappers, Kendrick is likely to be included, not due to hype, but because his music resonates with them. It has helped them cope with trauma, identity, racial inequality, love, depression, and a host of other issues. His albums read like literature rather than just rap. So, is Aries Spears simply envious, or is he being genuine? Perhaps it's a bit of both. He might see the genre evolving away from the style he values and is reacting emotionally. He may truly believe that lyricists like Canibus or Jadakiss possess more technical skill than Kendrick. But even if that's true, greatness isn't solely defined by complex rhyme schemes. It's also about impact, and Kendrick's influence is indisputable. Ultimately, rankings are subjective. Your top 10 might differ from mine, and that's perfectly fine. Hip-hop can accommodate all these differing views. However, when someone undermines an artist with Kendrick's impressive record, it's not merely a differing opinion, it's a discussion that warrants a response. What Kendrick has achieved in his career is exceptional, and the culture recognizes it. Regardless of personal taste, his historical significance cannot be overlooked. You can't dismiss his Pulitzer Prize, his album Good Kid, Mad City, his triumph over Drake, or the fact that the world pays attention whenever he releases new music. If that doesn't qualify him for the top 20, then perhaps we need to reconsider what we define as greatness. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation. so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.